Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. Listen, words cannot describe how excited I am right now. Um, I know these big rubber guys have been out for a long time. And when they were first being released, you had to get them from the actual website, and they were like on a pre-order base. So if like a lot of the times if you missed the pre-order, you missed the figure. Like the Marty Jannetty, like the first wave of these figures, like what was it? Andre the Giant. There's certain variants of Macho Man that were out first, and I'm gonna get to Macho Man in a little bit. But you can only pre-order them, and they were expensive. They're expensive when you pre-order them from the site. They were like 70 like dollars, like 68, 70 some bucks. And I was like, ooh, that's a little bit too much for me. Um, but but now these figures are starting to be available at Ringside Collectibles, and they probably have been for some time, but I'm just now catching wind to it. And Big Bad Toy Store also has the big rubber guys, and they sell them for like 30 something to 40 bucks, which is not bad. It's way better than spending like $70 for them. That's just too much. It's too much for me. Now, I have always been a fan of the big rubber figures, the LJN. Now, when I was a kid, the LJN they kind of stopped with these figures by the time that like I was like really playing with like wrestling toys. But my brother got to experience all of the LJN figures. If I'm not mistaken, he had everybody, if not most of them. And I remember playing with a lot of the hand-me-downs. I had a lot, I had like his Hulk Hogan. I would play with like the Andre the Giant one and a few others. And I loved them. I really did love them, man. And I got to be honest. Look, I love my Mattel Elites and I love my Ultimates, right? I'm not taking anything away from those lines. You guys have seen the reviews. I absolutely love them. You can see them in the background of this video right now. However, listen, man, just speaking for myself, I can't speak for anyone else. The LJN rubber wrestling figures have always been how I wanted wrestling toys to be. They just work for me. I know that a lot of the times they're in a pose where some of them are in a pose where you really can't do anything at all with them. They don't have any articulation other than just bending and moving certain things, and like legs and arms and wrist and all of that stuff. You can only bend them, but they don't stay bent, but that's neither here nor there. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's the idea that like wrestlers, especially back in the day, wrestlers are big guys, they're larger than life. And so when you think of a wrestling toy, you kind of want the wrestling toy to be big. And I don't know, just that rubber effect makes it feel realistic in a weird way. I don't know, but they just, to me, the big rubber figures, the LJN style, it represents how wrestlers look more than like your typical heavily articulated action figure does. Even though there's nothing wrong, right? I'm not knocking elites or ultimate style figures. I love them all. Again, you see my collection and it's huge. My collection is huge. So, um, but the fact that you can now get these figures, right? Like the Macho Man, it looks awesome, and I thought I missed out, but I want to say it was like WrestleMania. And because I already knew the little bit that I did about the big rubber guys, I didn't pay too much attention to the news about it. But I remember back the weekend of WrestleMania 41, they were releasing the pink tights Macho Man, so everybody could get an opportunity to get it. I thought that it was just going to be Macho Man. I didn't think that like Ringside Collectibles would have them, would start selling them. I didn't think that Big Bad Toy Store was going to start selling them. Um, that was not, at all what I thought was going to happen. Guys, listen, man, when I tell you, I felt like a kid when this came in the mail. Um, this Hacksaw Jim Duggan is off the chain. I will definitely be adding these to my collection. Like I'm getting away further and further from buying a lot of other type of collectibles. I feel like I got it all. Like I'm not done completely. There's still some figures that I want in other lines. Well, mainly the McFarlane DC Multiverse line. That's really the only other thing that I collect. Um, but man, I think I said it in a video before. I'm really gearing towards mainly only collecting wrestling action figures moving forward. But I mean, this is awesome. He kind of looks like Big John Studd in the face. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I saw him out of package, I was like, okay, I know this looks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He does look like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but just a little bit kind of looks like Big John Studd. I mean, the beard, the hair. Like if somebody customized this and gave him the pants, like the white pants, like this could easily take away the 2x4. This could easily be a Big John Stud. But yo, this figure is amazing, man. This is amazing, man. Like I listen, it's morning as I'm recording this right now because I really wanted to do this video. I didn't have time to do the video when I first got this, but man, when I tell you that I do have more of these on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store, they got the Legion of Doom, or no, Road Warrior, Hawk and Animal, the like the typical one that I'm at least used to seeing, where they have the red and black with the red shoulder pad, the spike shoulder pad. So they got the Road Warriors on Big Bad Toy Store. I pre-ordered those. I pre-ordered Bad News Brown, the Brooklyn Brawler, Harley Race, the Rock and Roll Express, and I do have some more of these coming from Ringside Collectibles. I should be getting my Bulldogs today. I got Davey Boy Smith coming and Dynamite Kid, and I will be doing a video on those. The Macho Man I got coming. I had to get Macho Man. That was the first one I ordered, but I ended up getting Hacksaw Jim Duggan first, which was weird, but anyways. And I got Dusty Rhodes coming. These are just amazing, man. Now let's check out the articulation real quick. He can, bend his legs this way. That's an articulation joke because these don't have any articulation. But listen, man, it's a 2x4. Like these are dope, and I love how like you can just sit it right here. Like that's awesome, man. Like listen. I know a lot of people might not understand this, man. A lot of people who are younger, they might not understand like what the appeal is to these figures for people like me. But growing up when I did, even though the line was pretty much finished by the time that like when I was a kid, like I had these were like pretty much out of style. I'm gonna tell you which ones I did have that they still made. They just weren't big. And I believe it was still LJN. Maybe it was a different company at this point. But LJN had the big rubber guys, or funny I said big rubber guys because that's what this company is. But they had the small like thumb wrestlers. They had like an opening in their back, and like I had some of those, and then I had the bendies, I believe that they were called, and those were the rubber wrestling figures that you could like. I had Shawn Michaels, I had Razor Ramon, Doink the Clown, Undertaker. I had a lot of them, pretty much all of them, if I'm not mistaken. But you could bend their arms and their legs, and they would actually stay. Those were the type of rubber figures that would bend and you can stay. But I want to say they were called like the bendies or bendables or whatever. I had those. But yeah, man, I just always, my whole life, I think wrestling figures are suited to be like this. Now, another little icing on the cake with this bad boy is these big rubber guys actually fit this new generation ring. I'm going to try to move the camera. Like they actually fit this ring, no joke. I thought that they would be a little bit too big. Now, granted, they are like 8 inches, so they're kind of high over the top rope. But it doesn't look as bad, especially when they're in the corner on the turnbuckle. That doesn't look as bad if you see this right here where the turnbuckle comes to his back. It actually doesn't look that bad. And when I did a size comparison, and hold on, let me do it real quick. Uh, I'm going to get an Ultimate and then an Andre the Giant. So if you look at Hogan, the Ultimate Hulk Hogan, right there, not bad. And then when you look at the Andre the Giant is actually taller than Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Real quick, before I end this video, because there will be more to come. The Ultimates line is so hard for me to collect, the Coliseum line, because I really wanted to get the Ted DiBiase and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but I don't want the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I only want the Ted DiBiase figure because I need a new Ted DiBiase figure. Because in that Coliseum set looks really dope, but I don't want the Ricky the Dragon Steam. I'm happy with the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat that I have. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in all black, I don't like it as much. It just looks too plain. I like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in his classic like look that he wore at WrestleMania 3. The white pants and the white gi and all of that. Like that's what I like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to look like. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm happy about this. I'm very excited about this, man. Let me know what you guys feel in the comment section. It is your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.